How many ways will I justify a genocide today? It's their own fault. Peace has a price, and they will pay it. They should have moved out of the bomb's way. They asked for it. Genocide is okay as long as you give 24-hour notice. This is war. They're making the hard choice. It's so far away I can't justify the screams. I don't care about stats because America, God's other land, gave us the right and the arms to do it because the Bible told us so. Don't know what this is about, but I stand for whoever looks the most white. You haven't provided me with better ideas, so genocide it is. You cannot negotiate with terrorists or those that are their friends or stepmothers or distant relatives or accountants or cooks or gardeners or accountants, acquaintances or neighbors or share any ethnic relation with them. All of my imagination is eclipsed by rage and fear. Everything it takes, we're all gonna die anyway, it's a necessary evil. The only possible peace is an oppressive colonial peace. I can't impact this event either way. I've been made to distrust all news sources everywhere that misalign with my inner heart's news anchor. They are the enemies. These present killings are designed to mitigate future deaths. They are doing what needs to be done. Someone else genocide us first, so why don't you ask them? Someone has to pay. Because it's easier than solving the root of the problem, not my problem. Because history is a vacuum. An eye for an eye and a torso and a leg and a baby. Revenge becomes righteous. They hit first. I'm already dead inside, so I don't give a fuck. They're animals, all of them. They are the most inhumane humans I've ever heard of. It's not genocide, they have a right to defend themselves, and they're so good at it. This is on Ohlone land. On a sacred site nonetheless. Berkeley Shellmounds. But I'm pointing at an empty parking lot. It's not going to be a parking lot much longer. This is a sacred site to the Ohlone, and they're not free. Palestine's not free. The Ohlone people are not free because we keep trying to take everything in the name of all kinds of stuff. Indigenous folks, Indigenous nation, Native Americans, First Nation, Metis, everybody, Aboriginal, Samoans, Hawaiians, everybody, there was a form of genocide committed against them by Americans, by the British, by a bunch of other people. So most recently, this area has returned to Indigenous hands. It's a parking lot, but this was the Shellmounds, one of hundreds, if not thousands of Shellmounds up and down the coast, the Bay Area in San Francisco. So they built a BART station, you see the tunnel they built over it, the freeway they built over it. And now we're gonna go talk about some of the other important stuff. Here in Berkeley, to keep a reminder of everything that's happened, to keep a presence going, because if you don't see it, you don't know. Keep pushing and pulling them out of the way. Don't talk about the history. But the history is always here. They are present. They are here. Ooh. That's pretty. Inukta. So here is different. Indigenous folks in the coast Ohlone. These are actually, here we go, perfect. Ohlone dancers, John World muralist, Bye Bye Fog, Betsy Davis poets. So these are Ohlone dancers. This is important to remember because they are still here. And that land, that parking lot, is not to like, oh, it's a parking lot so they can build a casino or they can build a school or they can build restaurants or things like that. That is sacred land for them to actually have ceremony. Burials. I think there was burials there. But we don't care. White folks didn't care. people of Berkeley, when it first started, they saw it as gravel and just started moving and stuff and saw it in the way and just kept moving and moving and moving. So that's what ends up happening. And there's a Black Lives Matter van. This is Berkeley. Berkeley. So throughout all of this, I don't know if you've noticed, there's lettering. Bye bye fog, see you later. They tell the egrets to wait for me. Give my love to the shoreline breezes. Long ocean view. We'll be back beside the bay. Sheer tides and sunset. Where hidden creeks and freeways flow. Where tracks cross Shellmounds. There's a beautiful mural of sparrows, heron, a Ohlone person in a tule canoe. I forgot what those birds are called. Make sure I don't got a ticket. There's my van. Where the Shellmounds gathered oysters and acorns, where ancient pedestrian. Oh, it goes this way. Sorry, I'm not done yet. So this parking lot is sacred land, and they finally were able to get it recognized just the other day, like 2 days ago. So that's really cool. Welcome back. Here you are where beach was, where ancient pedestrians gathered oysters and acorns where tracks cross Shellmounds, where hidden creeks and freeways flows. See, wore my land back shirt when I'm an artist here on native land, because everywhere we go, this is indigenous land. It is native land. Have a great day. From Ohlone, stolen land. That's a big victory. Carried on to Oak Flat, carried on to everywhere else it's fighting for to keep their sacred sites. It's very important.